Actually, can I just trying to work out?
Could you say something? Could you say something, Helen?
Yes.
I said in the morning meeting before they left tonight that I think Heathlands is the very best place for us because we get a hell of a lot out of this.
Oh, I'm glad.
Hey, that's great.
That is grand. Right, what am I looking for?
Oh.
The bad thing is, I'm terrible at doing faces.
You are not terrible at doing faces. You are brilliant at doing faces. Now, the question is,
Not.
do we all have some paper and some drawing implements?
Wait a minute.
I was going to try and be really, really adventurous today, but between homeschooling and trying to get my studio tidied up to work in, I didn't have time. Also, I'm wearing a really pretty dress. I was thinking about using pen and ink, like dip pens.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I love a good dip pen. And actually, I'll show you guys something. Perfect. I'll show you guys something. I can only show you one of the boxes because the other one's stored away. But this box here belonged to my grandfather, who was an artist.
Oh, really?
He was, yes. And it's got all of his old dip pens in it.
Oh, that's well
and
cool.
compasses and things. The other box is a Jolly Sailor tobacco tin, and that's got all the nibs in. But it's buried in a drawer down here. I don't think I can get into it. Well, maybe I can.
Helen, can I ask something?
Look at that.
Oh,
Helen,
cool.
Yes.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
Right, between you two, who's the best at art?
I don't think there is a best or worst at art. Being an artist is about the doing. It's about the creating. It's not whether you think it's beautiful or perfect. Some art is meant to not be beautiful.
Yeah. And I mean, one of the things we're going to do today, we are definitely not going to be looking at making a picture that looks exactly like a photograph. We're going to be
prescribe for that anyway.
We're going to be doing something groovy. In fact, actually, just as we're finishing getting ready, we are
thinking with my pants.
Sorry, Abby.
Thinks it's the same.
I'm telling my mum.
He was going to see you. He said he'd see you, but last night or something was the last time. I think it's a lot. He says if we get anywhere to call him, but he's going to send his prescription to Sainsbury's. He thinks it's the same as what it was. I'll pick it up after. I'll get the milk at Sainsbury's and I'll pick it up.
So, what were you saying, Katie?
We're going to be doing, at some point, we're going to be doing quite fast pieces. We're going to do it short and snappy. So if you are following along, if you've got a nice big stack of, hello Mark, a good stack of paper, that means you're all ready and set as well.
So, Alan, you're on mute at the moment, so we can't hear you. But if you're joining in, yeah? And Mark, are you guys happy that we're recording this session?
Yeah.
Is that okay, Alan? You're still on mute. But if that's everything, Alan's turned his camera off. That's what happened. He'll work it out. Alan does this. Alan joins most of our sessions every day.
Oh, brilliant.
So some of the stuff that I haven't explained all the different things that we're doing at the moment to you, Katie. So we've got our morning meeting where we talk about things that are going to happen during the day, so that all the bubbles can talk to each other and say hello and good morning. Oh. And then we have our lunchtime social. So again, all the bubbles, when they're having dinner, can eat together. But then people who aren't at Heathlands can join the lunchtime as well, which is lovely. It makes it really social. And then we've got all our different live sessions like gaming and this art session. We're doing a cooking one, and now there's a pub quiz on a Tuesday. So yeah, lots and lots of fabulous stuff we're doing at the moment. So So I think that's pretty much all of the people that we were expecting to be here now. So I will hand over to Katie, who will tell us what we're going to be doing today.
Hey, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. It's nice to see you all. Yeah, and I think I mentioned just before then, we're going to be doing some drawing skills workshops over the next few weeks. And like I say, we are not looking at making a photo perfect, beautifully shaded piece that, oh, it looks like a photograph. We're going to be having fun with drawing. We're going to still improve our skills, but we're going to make it loose and groovy, and we're just going to, you know, if you've got some inks, you can get a bit messy if you want. So it's going to be a bit relaxed, and we could just creating that studio atmosphere when we're all creating at the same time in the same virtual space might be really nice. And now I'm just looking at the screen here. I'm going to do a quick test before we get cracking to see if everybody can see what I'm doing on my paper. Is that all right? So I've picked out a pastel, so that hopefully should show up. Is that showing up on people's screens?
Yeah.
No.
Right, Brian, you know how you got onto gallery view? If you put it back to speaker view so you can just see one person, then what Katie's doing will be much clearer for you.
Wait a minute. How do I do that again?
Was it swiping across your screen?
I think it was, yeah.
Ah, there you are.
There we go. Hey.
Right, I'm going to put you on speaker view as well, actually, Katie, so that if we use the recording, it's much easier for everybody to see watching it back.
Oh,
Sorry about that, Helen.
No, nothing. Cool.
Can you hear me now,
fabulous.
Katie?
Thank you.
Right, just testing again. Everybody can see my page. This is just for the next few workshops. We know what the crack is, so we're all happy with that. Brilliant. Right, let's get cracking. Well, before we do any drawing though, we're going to warm up because we've got a full hour, so we're going to do it properly. So this is me giving you a preview of the warm up. So if you stand up or just sort of, you can't really see me there, can you? And it's good. So I'll just sit up nice and straight in your chair if you want as well. And we're going to get into drawing. So we don't need to move our legs, but you can if you want. But we're going to use our arms a bit. So just flowing your energies down your arm, just starting from the shoulder. And we're just going to start concentrating that energy as it goes down the arm. So you're working from the shoulder. So you're going to work from the elbow now. Can you feel it?
It's as if you're swimming, isn't it?
Yeah, you can do a bit of breaststroke, but I haven't been swimming in so long because of the pools being shut. So this is a good practice. A bit of crawl, actually. Can anybody do butterfly swimming here? That looks impossible to me when they do it on the Olympics.
I'll hit my storage.
Sweet. And it just gets us all limbered up and gets the mind ready to go as well. So if we start flowing from the elbow again, and you can flow down to your hands. I'm moving my whole body as well because I've had a very strong cup of coffee. So, and then you can start flowing it just from the wrist.
Oh, actually, I'll do that.
Hey, just think, Abby, we could do the Friday floss.
The Friday floss. I don't know how to floss. Is it like? That's really bad flossing. That is.
Show off.
Boys are over there, yeah.
All right, and then we're going to start going down to our fingers and making sure they're all nice and flexible. We're going to play the piano, pretend to be a jellyfish, octopus, your creature of many-legged choice. Great. How are we all feeling? We're feeling a bit revved up? Smashing.
Yeah.
I will be back in 1 second. Continue.
Thank you.
Brilliant. So we'll start warming up with some drawing. So we'll do a few warm-up drawings. So if you're following along, get yourself a piece of paper and your drawing instrument.
Just gonna get a pencil.
All right, no worries.
What one would be better, a thick one or a thin one?
It's totally your choice. I would say for this, maybe a thick one might be a good start. Or pen, or whatever you've got at home, really.
Can you hear me now, Katie?
Oh, I can hear you now, yeah? Hello?
You right?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Okay.
Oh, fab.
Right, I've got one.
You've got one. Right, for this, I'm going to use a, can you see that clearly? There you go. Pink pot in the bush. So,
Yes.
ooh, oh no. Hey, my inkling's stuck on. Right, here we go.
I'd be brave.
We're going to start, so we've warmed up the body, so now we're going to make sure our heads and our hands are connected nice, ready before we do any drawing. So if you're following along, we're going to do just a super simple, we're going to do a big spiral from the centre of our page going outwards. And nice and slow as you want, and it's just going to start getting our hand-eye coordination.
You mean
in
like
the
a
zone.
round circle?
Yeah, see, if you start from the middle and you can work your way outwards.
Right, so look.
No, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. This is just us warming up, so I'm not expecting anything major, just getting us ready to go.
That.
Aha, yes, I think I can. It's a bit backlit,
That,
but yeah,
Helen.
that's grand. But like I say, we're all about process, not product today.
Oh, wow.
And if you want, you can go back on yourself, see if you can match up where you've just been. So you can see I'm following back along the line. So it's like you've been out for a walk and you're going back home now, back on the same path.
Okay.
And this is based off a type of Japanese meditation called Enso. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's a really cool way of how a lot of Japanese calligraphers and artists warm up, is that they just get a really big fat bush and they dip it in ink and they just do one big, slow, inky circle.
Right, Katie.
That looks grand. You're feeling revved up for drawing.
I am, yeah.
Nice.
I'm really wanting to progress.
Well, if somebody's willing, that means they're going to. Fab.
Katie,
So we've got a whole gang of snails.
I think Helen knows how good I am.
You are. You're excellent drawing.
I'm into it. Isn't that right, Helen?
Yes.
I think everybody's has it, like I say, it's not about realism for me. It's about the sort of the passion and the wanting to develop is how you become sort of, if you want to say, a good artist. So if we just do one more little warm up just to get us in the groove. And I
Katie,
think,
Katie,
yes, Alan?
can you see mine?
Oh, is it on red paper?
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'll let that grieve your choice.
I just finished mine.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice and neat. It's
Oh,
like a load of,
That's really good.
that's grand. It's like when you cut a tree down and you see all its rings inside.
Do you mind?
Oh, smashing.
Fantastic. Well done, Anthony.
Oh, this is great. It's really nice just to be able to follow along and draw with other people, because you feel like you're in the same room. So I think just for another little quick warm up, to go with our snails, let's do some little wiggly worms. So you could just do some little wobbly lines. And that, again, is just going to get your hand and your brain talking to each other. Little wiggly worm. It's one of my favourite things to draw, is a little wiggly worm. I'll put it on everything. And it's just good fun. You see how tightly you can get your little wiggles next to each other. So it looks like a load of letter S's all stacked up on top of each other.
Almost like a pair of curtains.
Yeah.
How's that then?
Grand. Oh, fantabulosi. These are my ones.
Oh my God. You're very good.
Need to speed up.
We're all good, but practice, practice. Fabulous. Oops. Yeah, just look at that, marching along. Smashing.
I braved it. I got the ink out.
Go for it, go for it. You can't go on with a bit of ink. I find ink shows up quite nicely on the screen as well, actually. It's nice for
Does.
demonstration. Fab. So, if people are feeling a bit warmed up, are we ready to move on to our first proper little bit of drawing?
Yes, please.
Smashing. So, I know I keep banging on about realism, but one of the great things I learned at university, because I did my degree in drawing, is you've got to know the rules before you break the rules. So we're just going to spend a little bit of time sort of learning the proper, so to speak, basics of setting out a face. And we'll sort of see from there if we can take it a bit groovy and funky from there. But we're going to start off learning how to do it properly, and then we can just throw that out the window. No, we won't. You've got the groundworks to know how to break the rules in a bit. So it does involve straight lines, this. So if you want a ruler, now's your chance to get it. You don't need to use one. I don't bother. But if you do like things to be neat, now's your chance to get a ruler, I'd say.
I'm okay.
Looks like somebody's
You
getting a
all right,
ruler.
Mark?
You all right, Brian?
Yeah, you.
I'll get my pen for my ruler.
You've got your ruler. Fab. So we're going to start off. Top of your page,
Hey, Mummy, look.
we're going to do a big circle. Now, it's not going to fill your entire page because you want some space at the bottom. So I'd say about half of your page, we're going to do a nice big circle. If I do it, we're going to do it backwards, back to front, so hopefully it'll be the right way around for you lot.
You mean you're going to do it back to front?
I'm going to do it back to front. You could just do it to yourself. I'm going to do it back to front, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing better.
Hang on a minute, Katie.
That's all right. We've got a full hour for this workshop, so we're in no great rush to anything. Come, sir. Tell you what, all that exercise and warming up, I'm going to have to take off my jumper.
I was thinking I might have to ask Mark for another cup of tea.
With milk.
Right, I'm back.
You're back. Fantastic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Helen, my pencil wouldn't work, but I've got another one.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. There we go, that's better.
Right. So a nice big circle, yeah?
Yeah, about this, so you see the ratio of it on your page, on mine here.
Right.
How's that, Katie?
Oh, grand. I am enjoying it on the red paper. That's really interesting. I like it. Smashing. So we've got our circles. Now this is the oh, I've dribbled ink everywhere, showing you.
Is that all right?
Brilliant. So we're going to do our first circle. So you're going to find, we're going to draw a straight line down the middle of your circle and take it beyond the circle for about, well, if I do it, you can see how far I usually take it. It's a nice straight line. And just take it a little bit, like a couple of inches past your circle. So you've got like a lollipop or like an ancient Viking rune, possibly as well.
Like that, Katie?
Brilliant. Following along
yeah.
nicely.
If anybody's interested, I've got quite a nice fact about faces and circles.
Have you?
Ooh.
So, do you know that every child, when they're learning to draw, the first shape they draw is a circle.
Right.
Every child. It's been studied by scientists and sociologists.
Oh, wow.
So every child, the world over, the first shape they always draw is a circle. And that's because when babies are growing up, when they're developing, to begin with, their eyes can't focus very well. So all they see is a circle for a face. And then when their eyes start to focus, the first things they really focus on are other people's eyes. And if you think about the iris of an eye, that's a circle too. So that's why we all draw circles, because we learn to recognise face and eyes first.
Helen, can I ask something?
Yes.
Right. You know your eye?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
The bit in the middle.
well, I was gonna come back in there
Come on,
now.
then.
Come
Come on, Dan.
Where are you?
Carry on, Brian.
I'm saying, you know the bit that's in the middle?
Your pupil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talking to your friend at the
Oh, you could have gone outside.
That a different colour.
So I think Abby's just readjusting herself so it's easier for her to draw.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Hey, there we go.
You better on the table.
Yeah, you better you can go on the table.
Right, what
Table,
is
yes, can you?
He said it's on now. Have a look.
We good to go?
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
happy? Right, we'll help you. So we've got, I am getting ink all over this piece of furniture. So we've got our lollipop / Viking rune / eyeball on a stick. So we're going to make a choice now whether we want to do a more feminine face or more masculine face. So we're going to find, in fact, let's do it now. Instead of going down your circle, you're going to go across your circle and cut it in half the other way. So we're going to make a big cross like that.
You want a phone tip,
Through
Mother?
your circle.
When you're ready to be there and come.
Smashing.
Yeah, Katie?
Smashing. That's grand. I think
Okay.
everybody's there. So we're going to draw a line
Is that okay?
from that halfway point to where it looks. Now this is your artistic choice now. We're going to start thinking about how our face is going to form. So like I said, we're going to do, if you want a more masculine face, it's more of a square jaw. So I'll do both sides in a different way and you can see the difference. And a feminine one is normally more rounded. So, but I'm going to take it from where we've just cut across our circle. And it's up to you how big you want to make your chin. So you might want to do a big old Bruce Forsyth, big chin sort of fella, or you could do a tiny little chin. It's up to you. And if I just do that, and then you can see what I mean here. So you see, I've took it from that middle point to where I think I would like it on this vertical line here. Groovy.
Come on. Do that bit. There she go.
I don't mind, Katie.
Don't mind as well.
And me.
Sorry, Katie, I just accidentally muted you.
Oh, well done, Helen.
Yep, that was my bad.
Yeah, thank you.
There we go, we all right? I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Oh, cracky. So, are we happy? Are we all happy for the next step?
Yeah.
Smashing. Now, again, we're going to use a bit of creative license here and start off. Got ink all over. Now, if you this is easiest if you turn your page horizontal, like what I've done here. This is how I think it's easy anyway.
You mean sideways?
Sideways, yeah. It's sideways in front of you. And you know this line that's going right across, so it's from the top of your head to the bottom of your chin. And now this is where you can use a ruler if you want, or just eyeball it. It can be, we're not made by rulers, are we? So we can be a bit rough for this. and I want you to find the halfway point in that line. So I would like to do, I'll get my fingers on both ends of the line, and you just sort of, just eyeball it, just see where you think halfway is. And often it's actually where just below the line that cuts your circle in half.
Nice.
Oh, and if I turn it the right way
I've got it. I
around.
think I've got it, Katie, but I'm not sure.
That's all right. This is just a bit of a practice.
Is that it there?
Let's have a look. Let me have a proper look at the screen.
Sorry, Katie.
That's all right. I don't need to apologise. Brilliant. Smashing.
So where do I want it?
Can't make me cry.
So, what we're
Katie,
going to do, yeah, Alan? Smashing. Oh, look at that. You guys are on it this evening, keeping up. That is fantabulous. So, we're going to find another halfway point. So there's quite a bit of measuring in this this process. So you're going to find, do you know the line you've just drawn? That second one? You're going to do halfway from the line you've just drawn to the chin.
The manager. Oh, yeah. It's all right, thank you.
And more often than not, I find it's often cut in the bottom of my circle. So can you see how that's turned out? Smashing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Groovy. You guess what we're going to do next? We're going to find another halfway point. I promise you this is the last halfway point of this one. So that last line you've just done again, we're going to cut that last bit in half once
Oh,
more.
is that okay?
Fabulous. Smashing, guys. Just tell me if you need a bit of time just to catch up.
Thank you.
You seem to be on the ball.
can you give me a tiny bit?
Excuse me.
Can you give me?
Sorry, Alan?
Can you give me a tiny bit?
Tiny bit a minute, yeah. So if I just hold this up here, and this is roughly, so you should have 4 lines coming down your face.
How's that?
Fabulous.
I've done it now.
Good stuff, guys. Great. So we can start adding in some features. We've got, oh, I bet that looked good. That's some swirly lines. Hey, nice one. Brilliant. So we can start adding some of the fun bits in for the features. We've made our house foundations, and now we can add the nice things. So what should we do first? I think the eyeballs. We're ready for some eyeballs, aren't we? So second line down, in that space, you can put some eyeballs in. So you can go for some big groovy circular eyeballs. But if you think, do you know almonds, the nut? A lot of eyes are almond shaped. So if I do a little demonstration, just so you know what I mean, and you're going to whack them in the middle of those little things. Like so.
Yeah, Katie.
Oh, smashing.
What do you think, Katie?
Grand. Look at that.
Yeah.
On it like a Scotch bonnet, you lot. On it like a Scotch bonnet. Smashing. What should we add next? Should we add the nose? I think makes sense.
This is Katie, this is my nightmare.
It's your nightmare.
I can never get noses right.
Oh, well, for this, we're just going to do a triangle. We're not going to worry about nostrils just yet. Let's just do a triangle. I mean, you look at people, your nose starts really at the top of your eyeball. So we're going to take it from that top line in between down to the third line. So if I show you on mine, and you could just do a nose just by doing a triangle, just to get the basic outline shapes. Is that clear on the screen? So it's going through 3 horizontal lines. This nose.
How's that, Katie?
Spot on. Spot on. Have you got yours up as well, Anthony? Ah, nice one. Nice. Oh, coffee. Look at that. You get some quite groovy robot-looking alien things from doing it this process. I really, it's a good way. If you want to do a C3PO, this is the way forward.
Katie,
Yeah?
what's my thing?
Fantabulous. Smashing. Right, well, let's add a mouth then. You're all on it. So on that last line, so it's the line below the nose, you can add your mouth. And again, we can just do that with simple triangle. So just connecting up. Look at them pouches there. And I'll bring that forward. And you can see
What's that?
where we're at. So it's our mouth. So you can just add 2 little triangles on the top and 1 meeting into the bottom there. Look at that.
Terry will be sad.
A bit terrifying, really, this piece, but I'm digging it. It's like some mask you'd find in a museum.
I'm singing in Mommy.
Woo!
Best
Morning.
man.
Now, last but not least, we're going to add our brilliant.
She was my best friend. Love and miss her.
We're going to do the ears. Now, if you look at ears, they actually start in your eyeball and they normally follow down to your nose. So you can look at your guide and sort of use those lines that we've cut across our face to sort of find the ear holes. And again, you could just do like a sort of a C shape. You don't need to worry about all the wiggly bits inside. So.
Not smiling.
Oh, fabulous. That's great. That's great, Anthony.
Yeah, Katie.
Oh, we'll be having Mona Lisa's produced like nobody's business before too long.
What do you think?
Nice one. Spot on. Should we add a neck?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's be nice and give them a neck.
Yeah.
So normally you can use your guide again for your neck. So the line where your mouth is, you can normally just start from there because your neck's not too thin, not too thick. If you sort of look, and it normally starts where your mouth is. So if I do another demonstration, and there you go. Well, hey, look at this gallery of rogues we've got here.
Where are you? Right, so let me go.
If I keep this up just while we finish it up.
What if you can make Katie?
Well, hey, nice one. Brilliant.
Oh, wait.
Smashing.
Oh.
So yeah, so there you have your basic face. Now obviously you've got a load of lines crisscrossing.
Did you put it on then?
Right. Good stuff. Yeah.
Mm,
So normally that's great.
Is it?
Yeah, I like his nose, his little button nose.
Thank you.
Was that yours, Abby? Oh, ace.
Brilliant.
Oh, it's really nice, like thick line you've used there, Abby. It's really nice and
What do you
clear.
think, Helen?
Oh, smashing.
You're all doing fantastically.
Yeah. This is Well done, guys. I thought that was cracking. That really enjoyed that. So yeah, so normally if you want to take it to the next level now, you can either rub out these what we call construction lines. So those are all the lines where we measured things, and you can keep your eyeballs, your nose, your mouth, your ears, all of that. You can add your toupees or your Mohicans, whatever you want to do with them from there. So yes, so that's your sort of fundamentals of your face. I'll put that out of the way.
Katie,
Yeah.
can you try me with my new haircut?
Hello.
You got a new haircut?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you try me with my new haircut?
Could I draw you with your haircut?
Yeah, but can you try it of me?
Oh, well, we're going to be drawing some more faces in a minute. So I'll be using you all as models. So yes, we'll get around to that.
sorry about that. What is for tea tonight? Thanks. A face. So this is how far I've got.
Here you go, Anthony.
Katie,
Hey.
Thank you.
right. Is mine looking all right, Katie?
That is fab. Bob, everyone. I think everybody's done a grand job on that. Ace. So we've learned the rules of drawing faces. Are we ready to do some rule breaking now and get footloose and fancy free with our drawing?
Yeah.
Right. So we're gonna do now. This is the beauty zoo, and if everybody doesn't mind, I'm gonna have a go at drawing. I'm gonna use Zoom and your lovely faces to practice this drawing on. Is that okay?
Right. I can't hear you because they're popping at the
The
moment.
popping? What the body popping?
They're making me tea.
Oh well, it's important business is tea, isn't it?
Right. So carry on with what you were saying, Katie. Sorry.
Cracking. So I think first one I'm just having a quick look at my notes over here. I'm not just doing some dynamic movement. Now, I think first one, we're going to not look at the page when we draw. So you need to find somebody on your screen that you'd like to draw.
Katie.
And you're gonna sort of maintain eye contact with them. Now, it's quite challenging, this, especially if you've not done this before, and you're not going to look at your page. So don't worry about getting things perfect. You're gonna have to stare at your screen. This is the one time you can just stare at your screen.
You've got to memorise it, have you?
You don't have to memorise it because you're just purely looking at them. You're not looking
The
at
only
what
issue
you're
with it for me is having to look at where my ink is.
Yes, that is the thing. If you're using ink, right? And you can. And if we do this one nice and slowly, just to start with.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying, but right, I'm going to start that again. It's too easy to cheat.
It is. It's quite tempting, isn't it? Or you might be able to see it out the corner of your eye, but
I might get the felt tip out instead, so I don't cheat as much. Right. Okay. Who am I going for?
Oh, and this is a surefire way to make a Picasso in 5 minutes. So this is my first example here.
My God, that's good.
That
really is good, that.
Oh, look at that. Look, that one looks like somebody's been in motion, Helen, like somebody's walking really quickly. Oh, that's
I like yours better. I'm going to have to try again with ink.
This is one of my favourite ways of drawing people. Sometimes
I adore. There's a good front slip. Drawing without looking at the page. I do it all the time. I can remember when we were in year 0 on our arts degree, one of our tutors got us to go for a walk and draw as we walked. So it literally was the case that you couldn't look at the page because you had to look at where you were going.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. Slightly dangerous at the road points, but yeah, it was great fun.
Fantastic. I'm going to have another go, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to have another go. I might have to find more paper in a bit.
So if you've had a go, so you can try a longer one and then maybe try some really quick ones to see if you can do it in like 10 seconds, if that. Just, whoa, see what you can see comes out of your pen. So I'm going to have a go at you.
Who?
You, in fact, actually.
Me?
You. Oh, I've just looked at my page by accident.
No.
That's good.
Ain't no bad.
I think it's
At least
uncanny.
you got my eye right.
Uncanny.
Who do you think I've drawn?
Oh, it's gonna be Spiff.
No, it's you,
Who's that?
Brian. It's you. It's your beard.
Me?
Yes.
Oh my god. That looks even better, that.
Okay. Let's try someone else.
Oh, so have you ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean where Bill Nye is the octopus man with all his tentacles coming out of his face? So that's how yours has come out, Brian.
Oh my god.
So you can get some pretty group
That's really good, that.
Oh, ink everywhere. Smashing. Oh, excuse me. On my nose. Excuse me. Nice. Fab. Are we ready for another challenge?
Are we turning over? Are we turning over?
Yeah, get a fresh piece of paper.
Fair enough.
Now, I've started doing a little bit of this on my drawing without looking down at the page. But the next drawing challenge I'm going to post to you is to not take your pen off the paper. We're going to do it in one.
Not take my eye off the paper.
Don't take your pen or your pencil off the paper. So for this, just to start with, you can look down if you want. And when we're doing this, you sort of have you ever seen like a map where there's all the ridges and circles where the mountains and stuff are?
Yeah.
You normally end up with something groovy like that. So if I have a go and I'll show you. So like I said, just to start with, you can look at your paper for this if you want, but making sure you're not lifting off. Now I'm going to cheat because I've got ink on bush.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, no problem. I will be. I'll see you later. Bye. I wasn't saying goodbye to you, Katie. It was to the staff.
Nice. Oh, let's come out nice with that pen and that ink. Oh, you can't go wrong with a bit of ink.
You know something? It's really nice that you do this.
It's really nice that you're all joining me. I'm that chuffed.
Do you know what I mean? Because I mean, I thought I wasn't going to be able to, but now I am.
Absolutely, more than able. No, it's right good. What that like Ellen was listing all the things, all the videos and the little zooms you can do from your bubbles and stuff. That's really cool. So this is my first one. So this I've chosen you, Abby, if that's all right for my. No, it's a bit groovy, but this is all in one line. If I did a bit of hair coming down. So yeah, so I've been looking at the contours. So you really, when you're doing this, really you have to pay attention to where your brush is going, eh? Now I might do a few quick ones. So if you've done a long one, you can have a go at doing some little quick fire ones as well.
I did Abby too.
Hey!
There you go.
Oh, nice. Got one as well, Anthony. Brilliant. So you can see why sometimes when you've been doing this, why we did the rule, like the proper rules one at the start, is because it's starting to come into your subconsciousness of even when you're doing something loose and free, like all in one line or not looking at your page, you can really start seeing it coming through. So your brain is starting to see where things measure up on the face.
Katie,
Oh, yeah.
Katie,
Have you got one? Well, hey. Oh, these are
What do you
looking nice,
think,
guys.
Katie?
Love them. That is smashing.
Is it?
So I think you're all ready for the next one now. So we've done not looking down at our page and we've done one singular line. So let's combine them both. Let's see what happens when we look just staring at the screen at what you're drawing and not taking your pen off the page. So we might get some interesting results here.
So we're doing another one now.
Yeah, so you could, the last two things that we've done, we're going to combine and do together. So find your person you're going to draw and don't look at your page and not take your pen off the page as well.
Oh.
So it's a double drawing challenge.
Okay.
I'm running into places to put my drawings because I can't stack them up.
Yeah, I've bought a step ladder today, so I've got a nice new drying rack. I've decided as well.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
cracky!
Right.
So this is you, Anthony, with your new haircut.
Thank you.
Okay. Don't look at the paper. Don't look at the paper. Don't look at the paper.
Oh, don't look at the paper.
Just don't look at the paper. Sometimes when I'm doing this for people, I will hold another piece of paper over their hands.
Yeah,
so
we've
can't
done
look down.
similar at work.
Yeah. Let's see if we've got any.
There we go.
Oh, I like that one.
how's this, Katie?
Oh, wicked. And then,
What you'll have to do, guys, is take some photographs of the work that you've done. Because, you know, on a Friday afternoon, Spiff and Mark and I do Friday Live. So I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook, Katie, but we have an afternoon live kind of chat thing. So news and events, and we call people's names out and things. And yeah, we have an art showcase section. So if you all send some pictures in, we'll put it on Friday Live next week.
That'd be great. I'd love to see them all together like that. That'd be nice. So this is another one. Smashing. Right, well, we've got a bit of time. So on my plan.
Katie.
Sorry, Brian. Oh, fab. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, that'd be great if you could. Yeah, I think it turned out great. Have you enjoyed doing the sort of footloose and fancy free ones?
Oh, I have, yeah.
Smashing. So, like I say, we've done a bit of drawing faces, so we could do some more of that, or we could have a go at drawing some movement. So we could take our drawing up a notch if you want. Do we fancy that?
Yes.
Fab.
What do you mean we can take it up a notch?
Up a notch. You know, by the end of all of these sessions, you're just going to be drawing in your sleep because we'll have taken it up so many notches.
Are we going to be doing like the ears?
Like what? Sorry, like these.
The ears.
The ears.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do some ear practice at some point. Yeah. Do you want me to quickly run through my sort of ideas for the next few weeks, actually, while you're all here?
Yeah, please.
That'd be good. So today was portraits, and we're just going to finish off drawing a bit of movement. So next week, I'm thinking we might do a bit of still life, and sometimes still life can be a bit dry. So we're going to find ways to make still life a bit groovy, and I can show you. And we're going to make a little still life setup together as well. So next week, get some interesting items maybe if you want, or you can just draw from my setup, and then.
Would you like to have objects handy? Like, I don't know, like I could pick my pot of paintbrushes and that would be my still life, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, one of my prized possessions is this skull. So can you see that?
Oh, yeah. You know, one of my prized possessions is an artist friend's piece of work, and this is a tiny little bone that she's painted filigree patterns, like almost like William Morris. I don't know if you can see it. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So next week, get some good items.
Can I just show you this?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, smashing. That is great. So yeah, so next week we're going to do a bit of still life. So get some groovy items together. Like I said, and the week after that, we're going to sort of expand on that, and we're going to do some views. So that'll all become clear, but we're going to do views from the desk, or if you're near a window, I can draw a very exciting lamppost outside. The lamppost and the skip outside my window. Very excited. But yes, so we're going to do that.
The reason I keep looking past my laptop, they've gone now, but the starlings are murmurating outside my studio window. So I keep getting distracted by all the starlings coming past and making these beautiful flights.
You'll have to tell them to turn up when we do views then. You have to make sure the starlings are scheduled in.
I'll let them know.
And then for the last session, we're going to look at drawing sounds and drawing emotions, and we're going to get very abstract on that last session. But that's by that point, after all these sessions, you'll be ready and raring. So we're going to get more and more abstract as we go along through the weeks. So just to finish off today, we've got 10 minutes. We're going to do a bit of draw movement. Now, I wonder, can I screen share, please, Helen? We don't have to, but I've got a video that I've been using for, you see, I have to come up to my laptop here, that I like to use when I practice drawing.
We're getting a close screen share there.
Well, no, it's a bit too close, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Share screen. Let's see what happens. No, I've not screen. Do. No, that's screen recording. Sorry about this.
Where is everyone?
Where is everyone?
Hello?
That's a very good question.
Oh, we're back.
You're back. Can you see what's happening on my screen?
No,
No.
everything's. Oh, now we can.
Right. Might need to work this out another time.
You've gone again.
Right. I think that's a thing for me to work out for in the future. So we'll do that another point. But it was.
If you want to hang back or rejoin the session again after this, and we can play around with it if you want to try and get it working for next week.
Oh, smashing! Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite different on a tablet than a laptop. It turns out, Zoom. So I could do some movement for you then. How about that? Because what I had, we'll do that at the start of next week. Maybe as our warm up, actually.
What did you want to share?
It was a video of some folk dancing on YouTube.
Right. Well, why don't I try and do it?
Oh, thank you.
So, folk dancing on YouTube.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh my word! I've got ink all over my floor. My landlord's going to be happy.
Okay, YouTube. Any particular kind of folk dancing?
There's if you just put in folk dancing, and I think it's one of the third one along, and it's called Folkies, German folk dances, and that's a cracking one to work from.
Yep, got it. Right.
It's like
just press pause there.
Thank you, Helen.
No, it's quite all right. This is one of the reasons why we're always going to have a member of staff on, so we can help out and things. Screen share. There. Share.
Oh, that's the one.
Is it up? Can we all see it?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yay,
I will press play. Tell me if it's... I'm guessing you don't need the volume up much.
No, thank you. So while we've got the sort of narrator man on talking, I'll start talking through. So this is one of my favourite ones to draw from when I practice movement, because you can see they've got some really swishy traditional dresses on, which I think is just a load of fun. Now, this is quite fast paced, and we did a little bit of practice on the portraits for fast paced. And I just want you to think about the main shapes when they're dancing. So we don't need to worry about every single little ruffle in the dress. You're going to follow along and see, so you can see her coming now. And think about the direction of where her body parts are going. So if you can paint along as they're going. Now, it's quite difficult, this, so don't worry if this is tricky for you, but it's good to start practicing. And like I said, we're not looking for realism. I'm wanting to see what movements can you see when they're dancing. Now, this is where you might need a lot of paper, because I find I draw quite quickly when I draw movement.
Yeah. I'm going through a lot of paper. But I do like the effect.
And sometimes if they're moving about a lot, you can layer up, so you can add their arms when they're up, and you can add their arms when they're down as well. So you might end up with a few octopuses, but that's okay. That's showing the movement. And it might just end up a bit of a big blob on your page, but that's all right. That's the movement, because you can layer up all the different shapes and movements you see on the video, or you can do a fresh page each one.
Guys, can you see Katie when she's speaking?
No.
Right. Wonder if I can pin you, Katie.
Aha.
Yeah.
You do, though.
Are you back?
Can you
We're
see
testing,
Katie
we're
there?
testing.
Oh, I can see you now.
You can see me now. If I just keep whittling on, I'll stay on the
I just
page.
thought it might be useful if you can see how Katie's drawing the movements that she's seeing, so you can get an idea about what we're doing here.
Right, how do you do that? Because at the moment, I'm looking at you.
You're looking at me. Can you see the screen share as well?
Yes, I can see the chair that you're sitting in.
Can you see the dancers?
The what?
The dancers. If you swipe again to go into gallery view.
Wait a minute. Is that it?
Well, I can't see your screen, but can you see the girls dancing?
No.
Unpin you. Can you see the girls dancing now?
Oh, no, I can, yeah.
Right.
Brilliant.
Okay.
I was wondering what happened there.
So we can have another go at this next week as well, just so we've got a little extra bit of practice in as well. Because like I say, it's first time I might be doing this. So yeah, so you can go super quick, keep layering up your shapes. And see, oh, we've got the big hammers. Shall I? Oh, if I'm pinned up, you might be able to see me. If I show you some examples.
Okay,
Of...
just give me a second and I'll pin you.
Oh, right, sorry. I didn't realise I was unpinned.
I unpinned you because it affected how Brian could see the dancing. There.
Smashing, thank you. So I can I'll just show you some of the stuff that I've been doing.
Yeah.
Derek, you said we've got some. We've got a whole load of
What's
movement
that?
there.
Katie.
Yeah.
What's that you've drawn?
What's that? So this is one of the dances with the skirts. So you can see I've put loads of arms in because they were flapping about a bit, and all of this on the bottom is where the skirt has been ruffling about as she's been spinning round. So you can see it sort of. I'm trying to encapsulate how they move as I'm drawing. No, because I've gone quite quickly when I've been painting these because they're dancing quite quickly. But you can practice this if you're just watching something slow. So you might even just watch it when you're watching telly. It's a good thing to do. Just if you're doodling when you're watching telly, you can just see how people are moving. So it might be a bit easier actually if it's a bit slower maybe for you. Or if you sat, oh well, I was going to say if you sat in a cafe, but cafes are shut. But maybe even at Heathlands at lunch, you can just sort of have a doodle of people slowly moving and layering up their body parts as they're going.
I'm going to have to wash my desk.
There we go, and that was my first one.
Don't worry, Helen. I'm still watching, but I'm eating my tea at the same time.
Absolutely fine.
Now, if you're really enjoying this movement drawing, you can use some of the things we did with the faces. So if you're up for a bit of a drawing challenge, you can have a go at not taking your pen off the page again, doing it all in one line. If you really want to get nice and abstract with your movement drawings, that's quite fun to do. And sometimes when you're drawing, think about the thickness of your line. So especially if you're using that like a nice soft pencil where you can change the thickness, so you can press on harder in some parts. Which parts might work better as a thick line? So where's going to be heavy? Where looks heavy on their body? It might be the body that's staying quite still in comparison, or you might want to do a great big movement line that's big and thick and bold across your page. So that's something that we can start developing over these sessions, is we're going to start looking at mark making. So that's one of the big things I think we'll look at next week, is seeing how different line thicknesses make a difference in your drawing.
Right, so I'm going to stop screen sharing there.
Smashing.
All right, Eva.
So this is an example of me doing different thickness of lines here. So you see how that big bendy elbow shows that she had her hands on her hip for quite a while in that performance.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, do you know on a page where your text might be bigger at the top and then smaller at the bottom? It's almost trying to find that sort of way in your drawing. But like I said, we'll start incorporating that sort of idea as we go along through the sessions.
See, when I was drawing the movement, I don't know if I pulled up a couple of different examples. I was kind of thinking about the paths that they were taking across the stage.
Ah.
So I wasn't drawing them, but it was kind of more of their direction of travel and things. So when they were moving backwards and forwards, that's here. And then when they were spiraling, twirling, that's this. So,
Nice.
yeah, so
Katie.
because I'm not very good at drawing people. I'm a landscape painter. I don't draw people. So I was thinking purely about the paths that they were taking across the stage.
Ah, interesting. I like that.
Katie,
Yeah, have you got some? Oh, that is cracking.
because I've got used to it.
You got used to it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You see, just like a bit of practice now and again, you're in the zone. You're in the zone now. Oh, it's ace. So yeah, I think that's our hour, isn't it? There.
It is our hour. I'm just going to ask Abby to unmute. Can you unmute, Abby? Trying. So that's our excellent. That's our hour. What did you guys think?
It was really good.
I've really enjoyed myself. It's been great. And worthwhile tidying the studio so I could get an hour to do this. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. How about you, Mark?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, bit different from the textiles, isn't it?
A little bit.
And Anthony?
Yes, good.
Yeah? You're going to join us next week then?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh,
But you, Brian, you're going to join us again next week?
Helen, need you last.
Yeah, I know you're here. You'll be here.
I love this part.
So do I. I think it's fantastic. So I'd like to say thank you very much for Katie for giving us this hour and the tuition. Feedback from me was I really appreciated the warm-up. The kind of getting us moving, getting us thinking about our hands being attached to our elbows and our shoulders, and then doing the very simple kind of meditative techniques at the beginning. I thought that was fantastic. Really thoughtful, insightful. So yeah, I really appreciate that.
Oh, well, I've really enjoyed it myself. I was just saying to Helen when I first joined, this is actually my first online workshop, and you guys have just been absolutely 10 out of 10. And I've just really enjoyed just being able to draw with you lot, also drawing at the same time and seeing what you make. It's just been so lovely. And it's my birthday tomorrow. So this is like kick-started my birthday celebrations. Really nice to see all of you.
Happy birthday for tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for all coming along. I really enjoyed it.
Happy birthday.
So that's our hour, guys. We're going to say goodbye. If you guys leave the Zoom, me and Katie are going to have a bit of a chat afterwards. So we'll say goodbye for now.
Bye.
Goodbye now, guys.
Bye.